Algunas personas podrían decir que la vida y los logros de Gustavo Bounous han sido una cuestión de serendipidad. Cuando nació, el 10 de julio de 1928, en Lucerna, Italia, parecía poco probable que Gustavo Bounous se convertiría en un famoso cirujano e investigador, o que sería el pionero de descubrimientos innovadores, uno de los cuales llevaría a la creación de Immunotec, una empresa dedicada a concebir productos de calidad para la salud. Gustavo vino al mundo en la cúspide de un cambio catastrófico. La Gran Depresión que afectó a Estados Unidos se sentía en todo el mundo. Sin embargo, el firme objetivo de su madre, Ada Bounous, era que su hijo único se volviera cirujano. La familia luchó arduamente para sobrevivir a la Segunda Guerra Mundial y sus consecuencias. Cuando Gustavo era un muchacho joven, la familia Bounous se mudó a San Giovanni, un poblado situado en las faldas de los Alpes italianos, en donde permanecieron durante la Segunda Guerra Mundial. Aunque el aislamiento del lugar ofrecía muy pocas oportunidades, Gustavo se educó a sí mismo con una abundante literatura familiar. Su camino hacia una educación superior se encontraba pavimentado y con al menos una importante parada para Gustavo. Cuando frecuentaba la Universidad de Turín, asistió a una conferencia impartida por el doctor Alexander Fleming, el descubridor de la penicilina. Ese único evento hizo que el joven tomara el verdadero camino de su vocación. Después de completar su residencia como cirujano en la Universidad de Genoa, el doctor Bounous viajó a Estados Unidos como investigador universitario en cirugía. Por azares del destino, las leyes de inmigración estadounidense lo obligaron a reubicarse en la Universidad de McGill en Montreal, Canadá, un cambio que probaría ser fortuito. Un registro del Congreso de Estados Unidos en 1965 ilustra que los estadounidenses estaban conscientes de que habían perdido un gran cerebro científico. Apenas 2 años después, al Dr. Bounous se le otorgó la medalla del Royal College of Physicians and Surgeons de Canadá por su trabajo en la hemodinámica. Fue el pionero en el uso de las dietas elementales para la profilaxia y el tratamiento de lesiones intestinales. En 1968 fue nombrado investigador de carrera de Medical Research Council, nombramiento que mantuvo hasta 1993. En 1978, el Dr. Bounous y uno de sus colegas se embarcaron en una investigación que duraría 20 años y cuyo objetivo era identificar una fuente de proteína dietética que incrementara la capacidad del sistema inmunológico humano. Su trabajo fue seguido muy de cerca por los demás científicos.
Ever since I heard about the work of Dr. Bounous, I realized that he was a very special scientist because he had chosen to work on a subject which was quite different from most of us. Most of our colleagues at that time would not have guessed that milk proteins would become as important as they are today. So in retrospect, actually, you might call Gustavo Bounous a man of his vision. There is good evidence the amino acid cysteine is not only a precursor for our proteins, it's also a very important source of glutathione, a major antioxidant in our body. The availability of cysteine and glutathione decline with age, and whey protein is actually the best natural source for cysteine. So Gustavo Bounous, through his work, provided health benefits for many people. Gustavo Bounous is a very, very likable person. And as a colleague, he deserves both respect and affection.
En una carrera tapizada de grandes descubrimientos, el Dr. Bounous alcanzó una vez más el éxito al descubrir lo que más tarde sería conocido como Immunocal o HMS90, un aislado de proteína de suero no desnaturalizado que cambiaría la forma de practicar la medicina.
It's the beginning of the story. 18 years ago, I was working at McGill with Dr. Consharon. Discoveries are not made by a scientific committee, are made by individuals. We've been lucky and persistent.
Una profética reunión entre el Dr. Bounous y Dieter Beer, cofundador de Immunotec, permitió que el científico lograra hacer llegar su descubrimiento del laboratorio hasta el público.
I'll never forget his first words. He said, "You know, I'm actually a surgeon, but I don't know. I have always been intrigued by the fact that babies who get mother's milk for 6 months, 12 months, are much more healthy than those on the best baby food. They don't get allergies so soon, they don't develop cancer so soon, they just have a stronger immune system. So what's the difference? Mother's milk. So it has to be in mother's milk. I have found it, Dr. Bounous, if we get together, I supply you with assistance, with office work, with office. I take over the financial costs. I assist you in patenting because I have a large experience in this from my other business. What do you think? We form a small company and we try to promote it. And he agreed. And it changed my life. And it was the beginning of Immunotech. There was no industrial equipment available to produce the quality he needed. So with his ideas, with his help, and with his never leaving humor, which made all problems half as serious, we obtained the equipment from Europe to trial manufacture it, and we progressed. And so for me, meeting Dr. Bounous was not only changing my life, also changing this of many others, and of the satisfaction to bringing his dream to reality. Most impressive is his character, his humor, his enthusiasm. If you meet a person like Dr. Bounous and he tells you that he is convinced of something, you believe it. It was one of the major events of mine and of many other people in this group life, to meet him, to work with him, to see how many people now benefit from it. Not only that the company grows on it, but that really we are doing something which is beneficial.
No fue difícil agregar la inteligencia del negocio a la ciencia una vez que el cofundador de Immunotech, Chuck Roberts, se añadió a la fórmula.
He's a key part of what we did here. It's all him. I mean, he's the god of whey protein in the world. He's got more articles published on that than anything else. He helped us do everything. I mean, when we put this in the packages here, he loved what I did with it. He just loved it because it protects it. The company would not exist without his findings, as we wouldn't have done it. I mean, we wouldn't have had a product to go forward with, or a product to improve on, which we did at the time, and we improved the packaging. I'm a marketer, so we took the marketing from doctors who have no idea what to do with it to the market, and that's where the partnership came along, just fantastic.
He was a real champion. I mean, he answered all my questions, and the reason I have a bit of knowledge about glutathione today is because he took the time to explain it to me, and it was a wonderful experience. I mean, to have somebody like that, who's that accomplished, who was the first in the world to demonstrate some of the science that he did, to have him as your personal professor was, somebody with curiosity and was interested in the subject. It was a dream come true for me. Oh, he's extremely passionate, particularly the work in cancer. I mean, that was always his ambition for many, many years, was to do something meaningful in cancer. It's meant everything to him, and he's extremely happy and content right now. And I mean, I think that's the best gift we could give him.
Para los profesionales de la medicina, los beneficios del glutatión enseguida se hicieron evidentes.
Science has known about glutathione even since the late 1800s. And we knew a few things about it. We knew about its importance in the function of the lens of the eye. But after Dr. Bounous' work, the whole study of glutathione really exploded. Last time I checked online, there's over 80,000 articles written on glutathione. So we can say a lot about glutathione, but if we wanted to summarize the three most important things that glutathione does in your body, we would use the acronym AID, A-I-D. A stands for antioxidant, and pretty much everybody knows the importance of antioxidant. Glutathione has been referred to literally as the master antioxidant. All the other antioxidants that you may have heard of, and many that you haven't heard of, none of these can function without the presence of glutathione. Now let's move on to I for the immune system. Again, if you look at the literature, certain authors refer to glutathione literally as fuel or food for the immune system. If you start running low on glutathione, then your ability to fight off certain threats becomes quite blunted. And finally, D for detoxification. When I speak to the general public, I'll tell them that next to water, there's no more important detoxification system than glutathione.
Los descubrimientos de Gustavo Bounous están por alcanzar su máximo potencial todavía, y la identificación de todos los beneficios del aislado de proteína de suero se encuentran en proceso.
We will pursue in the path of research, clinical, experimental, so that the future may be even better than the past. And we know more about the mechanism of this particular medical food, so that we'll be able to treat more efficiently certain diseases which are now escaping from conventional treatment.
Desde sus humildes comienzos en un pequeño poblado italiano hasta las más importantes contribuciones que ha hecho a la ciencia y a la salud humana, Gustavo Bounous, sin duda, ha dejado su huella indeleble y de serendipidad en el mundo.